Hello and welcome back to Us Tech Time. Here we are in video 5 already of my Ansible Crash Course series. In the last video we learned how to run Ansible ad hoc commands against our servers. And now in this video we're going to take ad hoc commands a step farther, and this time we will run commands that will actually make changes to our servers. So let's go ahead and get started with ad hoc commands with elevated privileges. What if you need to run a command that needs sudo privileges? So for example, if I was to run apt-update on my workstation, that's going to fail because I didn't use sudo in front of it. But if I run sudo apt-update, that will run just fine. So anything you perform on the server that's going to cause changes to the server itself is going to need you to run it with sudo. And the same goes for running Ansible commands. Any type of Ansible command that will actually make a change to the server will need to be ran as sudo. And I'll show you a command here in a minute. This first one's going to fail because it's going to be ran not as sudo. I'm running it for demonstration purposes. The Ansible version of apt-update is Ansible all. We're going to specify the module. The module we're going to specify is app. And so this command is specific to Debian type systems, which is a topic I'll cover later. And so we're running the apt module. Now we're going to do pass a for argument. And the argument we're going to pass is update underscore cache equals true. I'm going to go ahead and press enter, and now we're going to expect this to fail. And basically it's failing for the same reason. It's telling us failed to lock directory, and then permission denied. So it's the same exact thing. It failed because we didn't use sudo. So how do you get Ansible to use sudo? So we'll go back up to the previous command and we'll add on to the end of it --become --ask --become --pass. So we're passing the become argument and we're becoming the ask become pass. And it's going to ask for the sudo password, and I'll type it in. And one server failed because it doesn't have the out module on it because it's not a Debian server, and I didn't think about that until now. But the other two, you'll see it say changed out beside it. That means that it successfully ran the apt update. And for now, I'm going to take that Fedora server out of my inventory file. And so let's look back up at the Ansible command we ran. We ran Ansible against all servers in the inventory file, and we ran the module apt, and we passed apt the argument update catch equals true, which means runs update. And so you can only run apt update if you're sudo, so we passed the become argument, which tells Ansible to run as sudo, and then it's going to ask for becomes password. And so when you hit enter, it brings up the message box asking for the become password. Type in that password in, and allows the out command to successfully run against our Debian machines that we have up there. Right now, all of this is assuming that you have the same sudo password on each of your servers. We'll cover what to do if that's not the case on a future video, but for right now, all the servers have the same sudo password, and as we can see by the changed message over here, they were successfully ran. So now, how about we install an actual package onto all of our servers? So we're going to run Ansible all, pass it m for module. Again, for this example, this is going to be the apt for app module. A for argument. We're going to do name equals, and the name of the module is going to be vim underscore nox. And again, this has to be run as sudo, so we're going to do --become, and then --ask --become --pass, so that it will ask us the sudo password before it runs our Ansible command. And vim nox is just a version of vim. It's just a text editor for your server. So if we'll press enter and see if this works, it'll ask for the password. And again, this is sudo password. And that failed because I again made a typo. So I'm going to go back up to my command, come back over here to vim nox, and it's supposed to be vim -nox. And press enter, and it looks like it's successfully installed. I'll scroll back up so we can see the top end of the message to make sure it installs successfully for both of them. See, server number 2 is changed, and it looks like the server number 1 successfully changed as well, but we'll go on up just to confirm. And there it is, server number 1 changed as well. So it successfully installed vim nox on both of our servers. So if I go over here to server 1, which VM, I see the vim successfully installed. And if I do apt search vim-nox, we see that the status is installed. And so just to prove that this can be used to install any type of package, I'm going to change the package name tmux, which is something that I use on all my servers. In fact, you're looking at a tmux window here on the screen right now. And I'll press enter, put in my sudo password, and it looks like I already had tmux installed on my server, so it ran quickly and said success. I didn't realize it was on there. So even though it failed, it gives you a good example of what it's going to look like if something's already there. So it says changed equals false, but it's still registered as a success. So that means that tmux is already on the server. And just to double check that it is installed, what you can do is over on the server, go over to the var/log directory, run ls, and you'll see an app directory. Then you can change directory into the app directory, and you'll see a history log. So if we tail history log, this is the history log of all the app commands that were ran. You'll see the actual line command that it ran, and so it looks like it did installed vimnox version 2.9.1. tmux was already installed, but it shows all the other packages that were installed and updated along with the process. So you can actually follow along with everything that Ansible's doing on your system at the same time. And so I'm going to clear the screen, and if I run sudo apt update, it shows that I actually still have 58 packages that can be upgraded. Now I could run sudo apt upgrade from here, but I'm going to show you how to do it from Ansible instead. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my workstation, clear the screen so you can see better, and I'll go back up to my app command, and I'll put upgrade equals dist. Basically that's going to run all the upgrades on all of our servers. So we'll click enter, type in the sudo password, and just like that it ran all the upgrades on my server. And so just to verify that, if I go back to server 1 and do sudo apt dist-upgrade, shouldn't show any upgrades available. So I'm going to go back to my workstation and clear the screen. And at this point, we need to go ahead and commit all the changes that we've done. Now, if I do git status, you'll see that I edited my inventory file at some point in time today. So I could do git add and then add that file individually, but you can combine the git add and the git commit commands into one command if you want to. Now, some people don't like to do that, and some people love to do that. I'm one of those people that like to combine things and make things shorter whenever possible. So I'm going to do git commit, and I'll do just A for add and then M for the memo. And then for my message, I'm going to say, I'm just simply going to put that we updated, close the quotation. So now if I do git status, it says that we're head of the main branch, and so we simply do git push, and it's going to ask for my passphrase. So now if I do git status, everything's cut up. And here we are again at the end. We were able to run elevated ad hoc commands with Ansible against our server. In the next video, we will be creating our first Ansible playbook, which is basically what Ansible is all about. Ansible playbooks are in the YAML format, and they allow you to create a list of commands that define the desired state, and Ansible will get that server to that state. And we will go into more details about that in the next video, video 6. I thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time.